Might actually got somewhere. I kept on plugging the thing in and saying, "Oh yeah, everything is done, everything deleted. You got full camera." No, I had to get my heavy duty glasses on and read the fine print. It's a really important thing to be able to do. The U.S. Postal Service, man, 80 openings in a few miles because it's so damn difficult to get hired. It's like getting into cum cauda law, some sort of college. If you can't speak our language, you don't fit in here. Well, goddamn, man, I deliver pizza. I can certainly deliver mail. But I'm just not speaking their language. And, the local managers and the post offices, they don't get to do the hiring, man. It's all upper. I think the post office is probably the best, most efficient business on the planet. But even it is really out of whack. I mean, the smaller ones pay the people as little as possible and keep as much as possible. Post office is a government agency. They're not out to get rich. They just want everybody to make a decent living. But they make it so damn difficult to get into it. It's probably costing them money. But that's okay. We still got jobs. Wood. Not that you can see it. That's called food. Yeah. Wow. It's actually working. I've been in a bad mood for a while. Still warming up here too in the inside. But the first 3 times I tried to do this thing, I might have had something different to say, but I still got the same core thing that I wanted to say, and that was definitely the post office. You lost your mind, man. You got every single one of your stores dying for some help, and you can't hire nobody because your standards are, if you don't talk my language, you don't work here. Basically how it works. It has nothing to do with English or Spanish or French, Chinese, Japanese, doesn't really matter. We all speak English here in America, and if you don't speak the right language, you don't get anywhere. It's not just about what sounds. It used to be called the Old Boys Network. It's probably the Old Families Network, but nonetheless. It's not hard to see how that could happen when somebody started getting gifts of thought. definitely can't do business in this state of mind, but I can point out a heck of a lot of things to think about if anybody could deal with listening to me. Old dragon might sound that way. Could be an old wolf too. Happens to be an old white hawk. He has confidence is not the only thing that I'm ever going to do. This is what I'm doing right now. It's been worse, I tell you. You know. Yeah. I actually, oh God, does that work? He works. He's a good guy. Bad guy do it too, but different end results. As long as it doesn't fall off. You know, I can see that when I put it up there, it doesn't stay where it was. Definitely can't blame it on her. She can be a pain in the ass. I think she takes pride in being called a pain in the ass. But nonetheless, she's my companion, and we function together quite well most of the time. Yeah, I think that's where I was at a couple of seconds ago. The electricity business, you know. I believe that with social networking the way it is, that anything that is a necessity could get formatted into a social network. Not the one they built, but the one that might be built. I still got 2 minutes left. It's awesome. Yeah, we'll see what kind of crap I come up with. I'm pretty fucked up right about now. I got really angry. We couldn't even find the fucking remote control for the fucking heater. Not the house heater, the space heater. So it's a box on wheels, about 1.5 tall, 1.5 wide, blah blah. And the room it's in ain't very big either. And we both, so we say, and I don't see no reason why we wouldn't put it right back on top of it, but it ain't there. We do have 3 dogs. They're not big ones, they're Chihuahua type. Small dogs. Chihuahua type. There's many small dogs. Not all of them got the attitude of a Chihuahua. Not all of them got big attitudes, but some of them do. And, you know, you wouldn't want an attitude like the dogs that I had, Chihuahuas, and a big dog. Very dangerous. For them, actually, in the human world. But if you be their guardian, and them yours, cities ain't where you want to be. It went out. Oh boy. Lighter ain't out. No, I do enjoy doing this, yes. I get so scatterbrained sometimes. Absent-minded professor may be doubtful. A lot more weird than that. Yeah, that's another thing to think about. How does one get to where one gets in one's mind? When you're dreaming, you are basically not yourself. That's just you walking through wherever you're walking through. Could be a meadow, could be the middle of a skyscraper. There's actually a lot more is going through a meadow than is going through a skyscraper, but y'all got good enough at it that you could actually build skyscrapers. And the only purpose for a skyscraper is that we all are close home based. Which basically means we like everything close to home. It's very functional, actually. Our bodies are them. I lived in all those things, didn't I? Yeah. I'm kind of grateful to be living kind of on the outskirts right about now, but I've been through it all. I did my best every place I've been. That's what I do. Whether or not other people think I am doing what is best for me or not, I always had to be me. Yeah, looking at addictions and all those other things. You can walk through them, but while you're in the middle of walking, yeah, it ain't easy. Yeah, well, it's all fantasy, really. When I look at this business I'm looking at, it requires cooperation and loyalty and hope and cooperation and basically just a business. It used to be done differently, but it's still just a business. I still think it's quite doable, actually. You know, I got a lot of high profile, well, I can't say a lot of because I can count them on two hands. High profile, high power, but they built their networks in the same exact way. I'm not sure they got the same pay scale. The tougher it is to get to, is the higher the pay. But I believe this reselling, or, well, basically you're being a marketer. Marketing electricity, natural gas, and pretty much any commodity will be included shortly. I think that it has a good potential. I'm hoping Warren might agree with me. I have to actually get the $495 available in spare change, and things that I can put away without screwing up our daily lives, as it has to be something you can afford to lose. It might work, it might fly, it might cricket, it might wave. It's supposed to make money. But when you're doing something like this, you need to think about, can I afford to lose it? Or will it become something more than I started with? Warren is best. Actually, there's dudes who built empires, but they were usually violent. But they, Warren just did it in a way that I just find fabulous. I help people to be better than themselves. First of all, I check to make sure that they're doing what they need to be doing. But if they're doing it really good, this was definitely after he did his paper out. Warren's pretty fucking awesome. I mean, he even talked to me personally. I still think he's... Well, who doesn't if you know what he did? But he's reaching that time that you're going home. And it's pretty rare to meet somebody that treats death the way I do. I still have my emotions, I still get depressed, and I still get pissed off. I just don't think Satan or nothing could change that we can feel these things. What did I come here for? What did I do anything for? I did it for a reason. Not just to please me, although that felt really good. Personally, I had a lot of pain from that. It's funky, but I got 38 seconds. A 22-year-old, big male, can't see out of one eye, but he's still 22 years old. He accidentally bruised one of his testicles. First time I had many of them. So he's got to see a doctor to make sure it ain't gonna get worse. I told him, I'd do that definitely. But it might take a while. If nothing else is going on and you just bruised it, take a while.